4, followed by Eyewitness News here on Channel 7.
If you have the look, it's 30 seconds to stardom, today at 5.
So now these are all winter things, but I figure by spring he's going to be so much bigger that we'll just get him some new ones then. It's pretty economical of me, don't you think? Max, what is it? You don't like what I got for Milagro?
Tina, they are just terrific. It's just...
I know. It's that we haven't heard a word from Cord since he went to Venice. But I'm sure the reason for that is because he's going to be coming home soon, and he's going to bring Milagro with him.
I hope you are right.
Oh, Gabrielle! Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
What are you doing in Landview?
I thought my good friend Tina could use a little extra support.
Oh, Al, look at you. Look how big you've gotten. Come here. I want to show your old nursery and show you everything I did for you.
I tell you, I'm surprised you're here and with my son. I mean, I'm happy about it. Tina needs all the support she can get right now.
So you haven't heard the news?
Oh, my God, Clint?
No. There's no more word on him. I have some bad news about Milagro.
Vicky, you okay?
Yeah. I dropped off to sleep. I just had this awful dream about Clint.
Oh, listen here. Don't let that upset you, okay? It's only a dream.
You were so real, Bo. I could see him so clearly. I could hear him. I could almost touch him. It was as if he was trying to reach me somehow.
Listen, you're tired. You're upset about that sheriff calling off the search for Clint. But believe me, Ace and I haven't given up hope. We're going to cover every square inch of that desert until we find him. Yes?
Johnny. Come on in, Johnny. This is Johnny Running Deer. He's one of our hands. Johnny, this is Clint's brother, Bo.
Howdy.
Hi, how you doing? I haven't seen you around here before.
Oh, well, I've been up in the high country with a couple other hands, looking for strays and mending fences. And I just got back and heard the news about Mr. Buchanan.
You didn't by any chance see him, did you?
No, ma'am. But I think I can help you find your husband. I know someone who might be able to lead you to your husband.
Are you talking about George Vasquez? You know where to find him?
Oh, no. This is the chief of our tribe. He's a very wise man. He knows every inch of the desert.
Do you think he'd know where to look for Clint?
Well, he's got a great reputation in the Indian community. In the past, he saved the lives of other people who wandered off and got lost in the desert.
And you think he'd be willing to help me?
I'll take you to him. You can ask him yourself.
Oh, God, let's go.
All right, Vicky, let's just hold on 1 second here. Can I have a word with her, please?
Sure.
I'll be right with you. Oh, this is the first encouraging news we've had for days.
Or maybe a blind alley. Listen, Vicky, I'm as anxious to find Clint as you are, but I don't think, some old sage Indian is going to be able to help us. What if he starts filling you full of a lot of hope and then he destroys that? You don't need any more disappointments.
Honey, I appreciate your concern. And believe me, I won't let my hopes get up too high. But if there's even 1 chance in a million that this old man can help us...
There's about 1 chance in about 20 million.
I'll take it. If I don't talk to him, I will always feel I didn't do everything in my power to reach Clint. I have to go.
Okay, fine. Come on, I'll go with you.
No, I'd rather you didn't.
What? I'm not going to let you leave here with some man I don't even know. I don't know anything about him.
I will be perfectly safe. I trust him. I know him. Clint always trusted him. Besides, your skepticism could inhibit the chief from telling me what he knows, if he knows anything at all. Oh, but if Asa comes back, don't tell him that. Tell him I've gone off with one of the hands to look for Clint, all right?
Sure.
There's no point in sending him into a tailspin. Wish me luck.
Good luck. You beat me fair and square, stranger. Pull that trigger.
Because I ain't gonna beg for my life.
Well, I am. Please, mister. You didn't want this fight to begin with. You said so. There's no need to finish it.
Ladies, get away.
You're a good man. And I've seen that. But so is Buck. He really is. And he can change. I know he can.
Kill me.
I might just do that. On the other hand, maybe I'll let you live so you can make a contribution to the 20th century. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna have a beer. Monroe?
Stranger, turn around!
Buck, get someone to look at that arm, all right?
Hell with my damn arm. I'm not leaving here till that man makes some sense.
Lita's mother called me and she said that Rollo had been moved to a maximum security prison. And he escaped.
Is he headed here to Lambview?
No, he went to Venice. And he found Lita and then he killed her.
Oh, my God. Did he kill the baby?
No. When he got to Lita, the baby wasn't with her.
Well, where is he?
No one knows.
The investigator that court hired, he said he saw Lita with the baby. We know Lita loves the baby. She never do anything to hurt him. At least that's what she said in Rollo's note. Oh, damn, she couldn't have sold it to somebody in Venice, could she?
No, she called her mother, said that she wanted to come back to Argentina. Her mother warned her that Rollo had escaped. So the only logical explanation is that Lita found a safe place for the baby so that Rollo wouldn't be able to harm him.
Damn it. I mean, Rollo has done this before. Why weren't the police more careful?
I'm so sorry for Lita, you, Tina, and Cord.
Did Lita's mother say anything about Rollo hurting anyone else? I mean, it's strange that we haven't heard from Cord for so long.
She said that there was an American that prevented him from escaping after he killed Lita, but the police gave no name. It could have been Cord, but if if Rollo really had hurt him, I'm sure you would have heard from the police by now.
Oh, we would have heard from Fredo.
Cord.
Here he is. I just heard. You okay?
Have you told Tina yet?
No. The news is going to kill her.
I tried about 6-7 times to call from somewhere on the road, but I just couldn't. I didn't want to break the news to Tina over the phone.
I understand.
Cord, is there anything I can get you to eat from the kitchen?
No, thank you. Look, Gabrielle, I'm glad you're here, though. It's really a help.
I just wish it was a happier circumstance.
I just put Al on for his nap. You know, he punked out of... Cord! Oh, I guess this is my day for happy surprises, isn't it? Why didn't you call?
Tina, please, okay.
No, I know exactly why you didn't call, because you brought Milagro with you, and you couldn't wait to see the look on my face when you put him in my arms. Well, where is he? Cord, what is it? What's wrong? Where is he? Why isn't he here with you?
Tina, I couldn't bring him back.
Well, what do you mean? That investigator in Venice said that he found out where she lived, so you must have gone to her home, and what happened?
Tina, I got to Lita's place too late. She'd already been killed.
What?
Lita is dead, Tina. If I'd gotten there 2 minutes sooner, who knows what would have happened.
Wait, how could Lita be dead?
Rollo killed her.
Rollo, no, wait a minute. Wait, no, he is in jail in Argentina.
Tina, he escaped. He made his way to Venice, he found Lita, and he killed her before I got to her. We captured him, and then we took him over to the police station.
Wait a minute, did he hurt my baby?
No. Tina, Milagro couldn't be found anywhere. We looked all over. We checked out every possible lead we could find, but there was nothing. Nobody knows where Lita took the baby.
My God, he could be dead, too.
No, Tina, he's not. I honestly believe that the baby is well someplace, and the police believe the same thing.
I can't believe this. I was so sure you were going to bring him here. And I was going to see him, and he was going to be in my arms.
Tina, please. The baby is well someplace. I do believe that.
Oh, we're never going to see him again.
Good afternoon, Mr. Buchanan.
I heard 2 gunshots.
Yes, one mine and one Buck's.
Oh, dear, did you kill the man?
No, I just winged him. It never was my intention to shoot to kill. It's not in my nature.
But you engaged him in battle.
Well, he didn't give me a lot of choice. I had to get his attention to try and get him to stop this range war once and for all.
And have you succeeded?
I'd like to say yes, but I have my doubts.
We are not finished, stranger.
I say we are. We're finished fighting, Buck. We're finished. 20-some years ago, this country had a civil war with father against son and brother against brother. Didn't you folks learn anything from it?
Well,
yeah. I say it's time to hang up the guns and start living in peace with each other.
Yeah. This is my land.
Yes, it is. It is your land, and it's her land, and his, and theirs. It's everyone's land, and you'd better get used to the idea.
I have protected it all my life.
And men have given their lives to protect it. And more men will give their lives to protect it. Now, you better change your way of thinking, Buck, because you don't really have a lot of choice. The future is here. It is upon you. Now, when this railroad comes in, it's not going to bring just civilization. It's going to bring a whole new kind of ruthlessness, the kind ruled by big money. And try this one on for size. Everything this country has ever gained or accomplished was done on horseshoes.
That's right.
With the help of the horse. Well, in a few years, Buck, the horse will be a novelty. Oh. A novelty! People won't need him anymore. They'll be jumping into cars and automobiles, man-made machines powered by gasoline-driven engines that need to be filled up, not rested and fed. And a few more years pass, Buck, and there will be airplanes.
What is that?
Man-made machines that fly. They fly, and they will carry hundreds of people wherever they want to go.
Who is this prophet? How can he know all of that?
Monroe, I know it. Trust me, I know it.
I once knew a traveling preacher, spouted fancy words and predictions, warned against hellfire and damnation. Give up the sword for the plowshares.
Buck, the time is going to come when America's sons will stop fighting each other. And your sons, and your grandsons, and your great-grandsons will travel across oceans to fight side by side for democracy in foreign countries. And your 6 guns and your rifles, there'll be nothing. They'll be replaced by weapons you can't even imagine. One of them, a bomb that is capable of destroying this planet. Now, there's going to be a lot of troubled times. But through all of it, America is going to continue to grow and prosper. There's going to be big cities and big farms and big industries that will give people unimagined wealth and power. And America will not only be the leader of the free world, but it will help feed it and clothe it and arm it. Do you understand at all what I'm trying to tell you?
I hear you, but I don't think I like what I'm hearing.
Well, Buck, why don't we just shake hands instead of fighting to the death? Let's share and work together for this new generation and for all the generations to come.
Please, Buck.
Milagro must still be in Venice. The police, no doubt, have leads they can find.
The police are going to continue their search. But to be totally honest, Tina, they're not very optimistic.
Oh, no.
No, wait. Alfredo said that he is going to continue his search, too, and he swears he is not going to give up until he finds our son.
Look, Lita could have gone anywhere, even out of Italy.
Cord, you didn't speak to her not only once?
No, I didn't. I got a hold of her personal effects, and nothing in them indicates that she left Venice at any time, so I'm pretty sure that the baby is still there.
They gave you her personal effects?
No, they didn't. They had them on a desk. They were finished using them. They said that they weren't going to find anything that would help them. So I grabbed it. I thought that maybe I could look through them and maybe I could find something that would give me a clue. If not, I would just send them back to Lita's mama.
Well, is there a picture of Milagro?
No, Tina, there's not.
This is a beautiful rosary.
Weird, huh? Kidnaps a kid and she's religious.
Oh, you could have talked to her just once.
Tina, she did try to call you.
What?
Just before she was killed, the hotel operator said that she tried to place an overseas call to you.
But do you think she was going to tell me where she hid the baby?
I don't know, Tina. She may have been trying to ask for some more money. Then again, maybe she was trying to give the baby up.
I can't believe this has happened when we're so close.
Tina, I'm sorry. I thought you should know.
You know, this rosary, I've only seen one other like it. A good friend of mine from ballet school. She recently got married. I went to the wedding, and one of the gifts she was given was a rosary identical to this one. There's only one place you can get it. It's made by the nuns at San Germano convent. I was going to go there and get one for my grandmother, but I just didn't have the chance.
You can't buy one in Venice?
No, only at the convent.
Now, where would a nice Catholic girl from Argentina hide a baby for safekeeping in a foreign country?
With the good sisters.
Uh-huh. Gabrielle, you're a darling. Mwah! You've just given us a hot lead.
Yeah, well, it's something to go on. At least this way I can call Alfredo and tell him to check it up.
Tina, I think...
What order did you say it was?
San Germano convent, outside of Venice.
I think we hit the jackpot.
Yeah, well, maybe the police have already checked all the churches in the convent.
Yeah, well, maybe they haven't. Come on, I know you feel like you've been stabbed in the heart for the third time, but we're going to find this baby. Wherever he is, we're going to find him.
Honored Chief, I brought you a visitor. Her husband, my employer, has been lost for several days in the desert. I suggested to her that you may be able to give her some direction. She has no place else to turn.
Thank you for seeing me, Honored Chief.
To be separated from a loving husband is a very painful ordeal.
I am so afraid for him. He cannot see, he's blind. But he took his horse and he went out for a ride in the desert by himself. And then his horse came back to our ranch all alone. The police and the sheriff and everyone has been out looking for him for days, but there's been no sign of him. He knows the territory quite well, but since he's unable to see, he cannot follow the stars or the course of a stream.
I know where your husband is.
You do? Oh, my God. Is he all right? Oh, thank God. Where is he? Is he here? Is he near here? Is that how you know about him?
No, he's not here.
Where is he?
Clint Buchanan has made a long journey to another land.
Now, what do you think I found? Old deal with his rifle aimed right at Clint, ready to blow him to kingdom come.
I gave that man there my word. We settle our differences in a fair and honest gunfight. I don't take kindly to a man that makes me out a liar.
I'm trying to protect you, Buck. You took advantage of the stranger. I didn't want that. I've lived by a code all my life.
Buck, you got a peace officer here who can keep law and order. Sheriff Cabot, he can
He can handle the situation.
You are right. Sheriff, arrest this man and keep him in the hoosegow till the circuit judge rides in.
Yeah. I take off my hat to you. It sure seems like you're more than willing to give law and order a chance.
If you still got doubts, listen. Folks, there's gonna be a big dance here at the saloon next Saturday night. There's also gonna be an election for a new mayor. 2 candidates. Yours truly, of course, and Monroe McGill is here. 1 vote, 1 man. And may the best man win.
The bank's on fire! The bank's on
You're not going up to fight any fun until I get this lead out of you. Now, Jenny, are you going to go fight the fire?
Oh, heavens, no, I wouldn't know what to do.
Then would you get me some clean bar towels behind
I'll go do that, Blaze.
Well, I can't help with the nursing.
What the hell are you doing? I'm gonna see to it that you stay put while I help put out this fire.
I got a gun in your old lady there, Buck. Now listen, if you don't want her hurt, you'll tell the sheriff to let Deal go. Right now.
Don't do it, Buck. Don't do it. He's not going to shoot me.
Laredo's my friend, Blaze, not yours. He'll do whatever he has to set me free.
Buck, let him go. He'll kill her without blinking an eye. No.
May's right. There's been enough violence.
I am not asking for votes, ladies. Be quiet. Give me a chance to study this situation.
There's nothing to study, Buck. Now you get the sheriff to drop the irons off a Deal, or I'll drop your old lady.
Let him go, Sheriff. Let that skunk go. I don't want anybody else hurt around here.
What'd you do, Laredo? You set the bank on fire? You just want to clear everybody out of here? Huh?
Pretty quick thinking, huh, there, Buck?
Oh, my God. I'm getting killed over Huntington.
Never thought I'd see the day when you sided with them yellow-bellied farmers, Buck.
Now you and Laredo, you move out. If you ever get in this part of the territory, you're gonna die.
Give me that gun. Let's get out of here, Laredo.
Mrs. Buchanan, you do not understand, do you?
No, to be quite honest, I don't.
I myself would not have believed it possible either. Had I not made that similar journey many years ago.
You went to this far-off land where you say Clint is now?
I have faced the soldiers and the buffalo and warring tribes of all nations without fear. But when I crossed the desert to another land, I felt fear in my heart. Fear that I would never return. Some who cross over do not return. But my work was not finished here. And I crossed back so that I might lead my tribe.
Are you talking about death? Are you saying that Clint has died and crossed over?
Mrs. Buchanan, life and death have no meaning in the timelessness of the stars.
But life and death have meaning to me, sir. And I intend to search for my husband until I find him.
Your husband will only come back when he clears the path for someone who needs him.
But his children need him. His father, his brother, his son need him. And most of all, I need him. Because without him, I feel as if I am wandering alone in the desert. Our lives are so bound together by love and by sharing, and even by sorrow, that I cannot live without him. I cannot believe that God spared him and tested his will and his determination, only to then take him from us again.
There is a wisdom that's far greater than ours, but which we hardly ever understand, but that we must trust, have faith. And as surely as the spring follows the winter, the fear will leave your heart.
I don't know what to say.
Say nothing. Go now to your children. Have faith. You will not be disappointed.
I don't even know your name.
My people call me Clear Eyes.
So is Alfredo going right to the convent?
He said he was 1 foot out the door. As soon as I called, he was going to go over there.
Yeah, I bought a few things. For Milagro, I bought this, too.
Wow. That's beautiful, Tina.
Well, it was for his christening. You know, I spoke to Father Walker, and, well, we were going to have it when you got back from Venice, and then when Vicky and Clint were back from Arizona, and I guess that says something about my being a bit impulsive, doesn't it?
You know, these things are really nice. All of them. You really know your way around the toddler section, don't you?
Well, I learned that with Al, I guess. Look, I can just take all this stuff, and I can just pack it up in the attic.
Oh. Wow, Al has gotten so big, hasn't he? Sleeping. You know, when I was going over to see Lita, I was trying to come up with this speech. You know, something I could say to her to convince her to give me the baby. But then I kept wondering what it would be like to see my son for the first time, you know, to hold him in my arms and to feel his little heart beating and well, to know that he was part me.
I've been so busy thinking about my own pain, I haven't even thought about yours. So selfish, and it must be a million times worse for you. At least I got to hold him and to see him. Only for a few minutes.
Listen, Tina, what you were saying about packing this stuff up and putting it in the attic, don't do that. Let's keep it out. Let's keep it around. And even this little cross, I think that you ought to wear it. That way you can keep it nice for our son until we do have him baptized. Because we're going to have him back here with us, Tina, real soon. We just got to keep believing that.
I'm concerned about Steve. He works from sunrise to sunset, has dinner, and then works until midnight.
Isn't he helping with the search for Clint?
Yes. Then he goes back to the ranch to make up all the time he's lost. He's just like a maniac. He's beginning to frighten me.
That's exactly how he was on the homestead in Texas. He's got this one-track mind, and if you're not on his track, Is that what's causing the tension between you two?
No. I'm trying to be as supportive as I can, but... You know, I'm so worried about the debts that we keep piling up at a staggering rate. I don't know how we're going to pay them off.
Gabrielle, I'm not rolling in the dough, but the Holden Towers is in the black. I can help you out.
Yeah, I don't think Steve is going to take a loan of money from you.
I don't think so either, but my brother, he's the last of the pioneers. He's got to do everything on his own so he can walk proud and tall.
Yeah, that damn pride may very well be the end of him.
They got away, huh? Well, I'm going to find them then and bring them back. Cody, forget about it. There's no chance that Laredo and Deal will ever ride within 100 miles of this town again.
No, he's right, son. The sheriff can notify the U.S. Marshal, and they'll arrest him sooner or later.
Nobody got hurt. And the fire's out. Hope none of my money got burned.
Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, I'm a little wet and I'm a little dirty, but I'm gonna be just fine. You know, since I've decided to hang my guns up for good, and since Buck has decided to bring peace to this territory, I don't see any reason why we can't get hitched. What do you say? May, will you be my bride?
I already said yes.
No, but I mean right now. I mean, we'll get a parson and we'll do it tomorrow. I mean, I know you women need a lot of time to get together. We'll get your dresses up.
Yes.
Yes? Tomorrow.
If you wanted an argument, I'm gonna have to disappoint you, Cody.
Disappoint me? Yo, everybody listen up here. Miss May McGillis has consented to be my bride.
Well, Clint, looks like you did it. You pulled it off.
Well, with a lot of help from the good Lord and a little help from Buck Buchanan.
I want to offer my best wishes. Buck, be careful with your arm, friend.
Get my arm. I'm getting as loco as the stranger. I never thought I'd ever say this. But maybe some of these folks should be offering their best wishes to us, too.
Well, now that you've agreed to end the range war, I'm sure that everybody in town's going to be offering you good wishes, Buck.
No, Blazer. What I'm saying is, I can't see into the future like Clint can. But whatever in store for us, I'd like us to kind of share it together. Blaze, will you marry me tomorrow? We make it a double wedding.
Oh, Buck, I don't know. I'm just gonna...
Damn, you told me you loved me.
Oh, yes, I do, Mr. Buck Buchanan. I do love you. Nothing would make me happier than to be...
They were mighty hungry when they got...
Were you able to reach Alfredo?
Yeah, he's checking it out right now. He's gonna give us a call as soon as he hears anything.
It's gonna be good news.
Nah.
Gabrielle, listen, you are the best friend I have ever had. I mean, coming all the way to Landry just to be with me.
Oh, and you would do the same for me.
Oh, I know, but leaving your new home and your new husband whom you love so much just for me.
And Max. And Cord.
Well, yeah, but I mean, look, if you want to go back to Arizona, I would certainly understand.
Tina, I thought that having Al and me beside you in a time of trouble would help.
Oh, believe me, it does.
All right, then. Enough said. Don't feel guilty. We'll stay. Besides, I think Al could be with his father for a bit more, don't you?
You bet.
Good. And perhaps a prayer or two for Milagro will help.
L'unica chiave che abbiamo è un rosario qui, fatte dalle suore a San Germano.
Molta gente compra i nostri rosari.
Sì, ma il suo convento sarebbe proprio un posto ideale per tenere un bambino sano e salvo.
Signor Bari, non posso aiutarla.
I genitori sono disperati.
Pregherò anche per loro.
Vogliono loro bambini. Meritano di allevarlo e anche poter amarlo. Credo che lei mi possa aiutare.
Mi dispiace. Ho da fare ora. Mi scusi.
Sì, lei mi vuole contattare più tardi.
Che Dio v'accompagni.
Sempre sia lodato.
Madre, lei non non è stata onesta con quell'uomo.
Lita aveva ragione. Il pericolo è dappertutto, suor Cecilia.
Ma il bambino dovrebbe stare con i suoi genitori.
Quell'uomo potrebbe essere un impostore. Potrebbe anche essere l'uccisore di Lita.
È vero. Bisogna proteggere il bambino a tutti i costi.
Finché non avrò ricevuto istruzioni da Roma, Milagro rimarrà il nostro segreto.
Doesn't seem like anything old Clear Eyes had to say is going to help us any, Vicky.
Actually, what he said made a great deal of sense.
How? There was nothing concrete in anything he said. Nothing he said is going to help us find Clinton. I don't care how well-known this man is or how wise he is. I'm not giving up the search for my brother.
No, I have no intention of giving it up either, but what if Clear Eyes is right about Clint? Suppose Clint is in a place and he can't leave until he's accomplished his work.
Where is this place? What, is it Never Never Land? What is it, heaven? Is it hell? Is it in the future? Is it in the past? Or maybe outer space?
I don't know, Bo. I cannot explain it. All I know is that when Clear Eyes was speaking to me, I felt a sense of peace and of inner calm that I have never experienced before. And I was absolutely certain at that moment that Clint was alive and that he would come back to us when the time was right.
Yeah, but Vicky, you went there looking for good news. That means you're susceptible to this Clear Eyes way of thinking. You know, whatever he wants to call his mysticism. It doesn't hold water.
I don't know what to think now, Bo. I feel so helpless.
Listen, I'll tell you what you can think. Clint is going to walk through that door sometime soon. Yeah, and I don't know if it's from Never Never Land, but who cares? We are going to find him. Now, I'll bet my life on that.
Now, Carson, you hold down the fort. I'm gonna go make sure that my future husband gets plenty of rest for tomorrow.
Blaze, can I speak to you a minute?
Sure. Now, you seem to not be real comfortable with me and Buck getting married, seeing how you're the only one in the whole town who didn't congratulate us. Now, surely, Clint, you don't begrudge us a little personal happiness, do you?
No. I'm all for people being happy. It's just as long as it's with the right one.
Well, there's never been any other man for me other than Buck Buchanan, and there never will be. And he's proved to me that he feels the same by offering me a ring on my finger.
Is Blaze your real name?
Oh, Lord, whatever made you ask that?
No, Blaze, what is your real name? Now, please, it's very important to me.
Dorothy. Now, I swear...
You are the legendary Dot Buchanan.
Oh, honey, you are sweet, but you're loco.
Come on, Clint, let's go.
Buddy, you run along. I'll catch up with you later.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's going to be pretty exciting here in town tomorrow, the double wedding and all. You ever been to one?
No. I'm afraid I will have to miss the one tomorrow as well.
Why? I'm sure you're invited along with the rest of the town.
That's very kind, but I hope to be on the coach to St. Louis tomorrow. As intriguing as a double wedding may be, I am quite anxious to be on my way.
Well, I'm kind of planning on being on my way soon, too.
Where is your home?
Across the desert a ways.
I was very impressed with your oratory.
Well, coming from a woman who thought I was a masher, that's quite a compliment. Thank you.
And your view of the future is quite fascinating. You're something of a visionary, aren't you? I must admit I am not entirely sure that I believe every word what you said. But it was fascinating nonetheless. You really should try your hand at writing. I predict great success for you there.
Well, I can predict great success for you, too.
Oh, my. Well, do tell me. I'm intrigued.
Well, you're going to get married, and you're going to have a passel of kids.
I cannot understand why you would be so cruel and so insensitive. Spinsterhood is not something that a woman chooses. And there is nothing at all humorous in that.
Miss Fletcher, wait a minute. I wasn't making fun of you.
Clint, let's go. What's wrong? They said you were great. Everybody's saying so.
I'm just thinking that I really shouldn't be meddling around with the past.
Well, at least now you're on the right track. At least now you can go home.
There's nothing I'd like better, buddy. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am that I'm liable to be trapped forever right here in Buchanan City.
A lot of cough syrups contain an ingredient that has no effect on a cough.
Whoa!
Looks like we're a little early here, bud.
Man can't be too early for his own wedding.
Yeah, well, don't bother with that. By the time the ceremony starts, I think it's going to be all messed up anyway. How can you keep so calm about this whole thing? You think a man your age getting married for the first time? Sorry, I didn't mean no disrespect there.
You never showed no disrespect, Cody, even if you were wrong. I'm proud to call you my amigo and share this day with you.
You know, we're quite a pair. First we're in favor, then we're out of favor, then we're back in favor again. Kind of makes a man dizzy, don't it?
Yeah, well, I aim to be in your favor from now on, Cody.
Well, after today, let's hope the generations of Buchanans and Vasquezes will always be together.
Well, look at my gorgeous bride.
Now, if you hold still, you'll be ready a lot quicker.
Well, I don't know what the hurry is. You know May's gonna be in her room all day fussing in front of the looking glass.
Well, every bride wants to be especially pretty on her wedding day.
Well, if she don't get down here quick and go to that marriage, I'm gonna choke to death.
You remind me of somebody I know.
Your son?
Yeah.
You missing your family pretty bad, huh?
You bet I am, Monroe. I want to get back to him just real soon.
Well, Clint, I'd be mighty pleased if you'd stay on for a spell. I could use a partner to help with the spring plant.
Clint, you gotta say yes. Come on, say yes.
Thanks for coming by the hotel. Sit down.
So, is there any news from Milagro?
No. This concerns you and me. And I think it's best that nobody else knows about it.
You and me?
Gabrielle, you and I have a pretty special relationship. I'm the father of your son. I know there was a time there that you hated me, but I'd like to think we're on the right track now, aren't we?
Yes, of course. I still care about you a great deal.
And I care about you. Now, I may not show it all the time, but I want you to have this. I think this may be the solution to all your problems.
Aaron said that Alfredo was on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, what did he say? Did he go to the convent? Did he see Milagro?
Tina,
When can we
please,
pick
just
him up?
slow down for a second, all right? Let me get a word in here.
Look, just tell me that he found Milagro.
No, Tina, he didn't. He said that the sisters at San Germano swore that they didn't have our baby. Alfredo said that he talked to the Mother Superior, and he didn't feel like she was telling him everything.
Well, he thought the Mother Superior was lying to him?
No, not that she was lying, just that she wasn't giving him the whole story.
Well, maybe she just didn't trust him. And if she didn't trust Alfredo, then she wouldn't tell him anything. But you know what? Once she sees me, she'll trust me because I am Milagro's mother. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to Venice. In fact, I'm going to get us on the next flight.
Tina, please, no. Don't call Italy. We're not going to go to Italy.
But we should talk to the sisters ourselves.
Alfredo will talk to the sisters, and I even called Captain Vitali of the Venice Police Department. He said he's going to do it, too. He will give me a call if it comes up with anything concrete.
No, we should be there ourselves.
Tina, please, I can't go through that again.
But I know how hard it is on you. Believe me, it's been just as hard on me. I mean, to get our hopes built up, and then every time they just get crushed again and again. But Gord, I have this feeling if we go to that convent, we're going to find the baby.
Please, Tina, for once, let's trust the police. We'll just let them handle it.
What are we supposed to do then? Just stay here and pace the floor?
Actually, Tina, I'm going to go to Arizona for a while. I talked to Vicky on the phone last night, and she really sounds desperate. Things are not looking good for Clint. So I think I need to be there with her. I think I will be doing much more good in Arizona than I will ever do in Venice right now.
But she has Asa and Bo and Steve there to help her. You're just going to give up looking for our baby, is that it?
Tina, I'm not giving up on anything. I'm just saying I'm trying to make a rational choice here, that's all.
Yeah, well, all I want is our son.
Tina.
Well, Monroe, I never had a more generous offer, and I appreciate it. I also appreciate the way you and May and Buddy here have been treating me like family, but I got my own family that I have to get back to and take care of. Now, don't go looking like that. You look like a dying calf in a hailstorm. You know, there's one thing about friends, Buddy, is they never forget each other.
I guess I was being selfish, huh?
No, you're just being normal. All of us want to keep our pals around them, but sometimes it just isn't possible.
Well, Clint, you've earned yourself a horse, but if you'd like me to drive you back to your ranch in the buckboard...
No, Monroe, this is one trip I'm just going to have to make alone.
Well, I don't see no reason for that. Besides, it'd give me and you and Bud a little more time to be together.
Well, I just don't like long goodbyes, you know?
Or, is there something back at your ranch that you're ashamed of? Like maybe a wife that ran off with another fellow? Now, Clint, I hope you feel like you trust me enough to share your troubles with me. Lord knows I've shared mine with you.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing that I'm ashamed of back at my place. And although my wife and I have had our little disagreements from time to time, I assure you, she has not run off with another fella.
Well, I didn't mean to pry. Man's secrets are his own till he's ready to tell them.
You know, Monroe, I've been trying to think of a way to repay you for all your kindness. And maybe the best way is just...
Hey! You look as pretty as the girl from the soap company calendar in the general store.
She just looks like her mama did when she was a bride. Oh, Lord. I wish she was here to see you now. She'd be just so happy she'd bust with happiness, like I feel like I'm going to do now.
Well, that Cody Vasquez is one lucky hombre.
Oh, we owe so much of our happiness to you, Clint. I mean it. If you hadn't been so encouraging to me, I'd probably still be mad at him instead of taking him for my husband. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine.
Well, now, don't forget, he patched up the troubles between the ranchers and the farmers, too.
Isn't he great?
Yes, by golly, son, he is that. He is that. Making peace like he had some kind of personal stake in the outcome. I just can't get over it.
Folks, you know what? I think we better get moving. We got a wedding ceremony to get to, and we don't want to keep Cody and Parson waiting.
That's right.
Sweet talk like that'll go straight to my head, Cody.
I tell you, Blasey, I don't know how this old fool kept you waiting for so long.
May is getting herself the very best man in this territory. Second best.
Hey, after some of the things that Buck has done these past few days, I'm mighty proud to be his second best.
Thank you, Cody. What could be keeping the parson?
I don't know. Hope he hasn't forgotten about this thing today. I better go get him, excuse me.
I swear you two are as jittery as a couple of lightning bugs.
Well, Blaze, honey, it's a big step, saying I do.
Yes, it is, Buck, especially when you've been kind of pushed into it like you. But, Buck, I'm offering you your freedom. I'll understand if you want to back out.
Back out, honey. I love you. You're going to be my bride. Oh, don't you start crying now. Don't.
I'm just so very happy. I never dreamed I'd be anybody's bride, especially yours. And if it had been for that Clint, I'm sure that...
Clint had nothing to do with this. It was in the cards. I saw it all along.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh, no, Jenny, come back here. Come back here.
I do not mean to intrude.
Oh, no, Buck was just on his way out. Never should have been here in the first place, the rascal. Oh, now he knows that the groom is not supposed to see the bride before the ceremony. I thought you were heading to St. Louis.
Well, the stagecoach has not arrived, and since both you and May invited me to the wedding, I thought I would very much like to come.
I would very much like to have you. And I'm sure that your presence will make another gentleman I know very happy, too.
I beg your pardon?
Clint Buchanan.
Oh, Blaze. For heaven's sakes, now that is absurd. Oh, my most sincere and kindest wishes for your happiness.
I don't get this. This is $50,000.
If I could get more, I would, but it's the best I can do right now.
Well, I can't possibly accept this.
Sure you can. It's an investment in my family. It's insurance that the Holden spread is going to thrive and flourish.
Well, then I think you better be the one to give it to Steve.
He wouldn't take it from me proud and tall, remember? You just think it was a handout.
What makes you think I can get him to take it?
Tell him it's an inheritance from your father's estate. Gabrielle, sometimes a little white lie isn't the worst thing in the world. Come on, sometimes it's what it takes to get the brass ring.
Max, you are a very kind and generous man, but I still can't accept it. Not because of the little white lie, but because if you give us this money, I don't know when we'll be able to pay you back, if ever.
Gabrielle, come on, please, just do this. I want to do this for my brother.
And if your brother doesn't succeed, you're out 50 grand.
Easy come, easy go. Is it a deal?
No, I still need more time to think about this.
Okay, you got it.
Well, it's in the safe.
I will wait to hear from you.
Right.
Tina, you have the hope that your son is alive and well. Hold on to that hope. And most of all, don't lose faith.
Thank you, Father. And, I'm sorry about messing up your schedule.
Well, when your son is home, I will be more than happy to reschedule the baptism at your earliest convenience. And I will pray for your son and for his safe return to his parents.
So will I.
Tina, did Cord bring this back from Venice?
Yes. I mean, it was with Lita when she died. Well, I was hoping that it could lead me to the baby.
Well, it's from the convent of San Germano.
How do you know?
Well, one of our sisters here has a grant to study art in Venice, and she'll be staying at that convent. The Mother Superior sent Sister Christina a rosary such as this as a gift.
Well, is she there now?
Well, no, but she will be leaving shortly.
Father, do you think I could talk with the sister? Could that be arranged?
Well, she's teaching a class right now, but I think I could arrange a meeting for you.
Oh, thank you, Father. I think God has just answered my prayers, but don't stop praying, though, okay? Just in case.
You pulled this gorgeous thing out of one of your trunks.
Do try it on.
Oh, Ginny, it's for the loveliest thing I've ever received. I can't possibly take it.
Why not?
Oh, it just doesn't seem right.
Oh, nonsense. Of course it does. I very much want you to have it. Heaven knows I'll have no use for it.
Oh, of course you will. You're heading off to St. Louis. You're going to be the toast of the town.
Blaze, I'm deeply touched by your kindness, but I have never in my life been the toast of anything, nor will I be.
Now, you never know.
Believe me, at my age, I know.
Well, you must have had confidence in yourself at one time, else you had never bought this.
I didn't. That was meant for part of my trousseau. It was passed down from my grandmother to my mother, and then to me. But I am the end of the line, so to speak. I do think it would be a terrible shame if such a beautiful thing were simply to rot away in an old musty trunk.
I would never win an argument about that. But still...
It is really my way of saying thank you to you for going out of your way so to make me feel welcome in this town. And if you ever have a daughter, well, you could pass that along to her. And just tell her that it's from a friend.
Oh, thank you, dear friend.
Well, shall we see how it looks on you?
Oh, yes.
Hold this end here. Let me lift this. And there.
Oh, it adds just the special touch to my outfit, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, May, you look beautiful. Thank you.
Well, you're looking mighty fine yourself there, Miss Blaze.
It must be the shawl my very dear friend gave me.
Hello, Jenny.
Lee! Miss Lee! Press on nails for tea!
Planning on calling you next week.
In Arizona?
Yeah, about Delilah's business. The fall and winter line sold pretty well, but with no new designs and no one to run the company, I just can't keep it going.
Have you spoken to your lawyer about this?
Yeah, he says the only sensible thing would be to sell it. That's what I wanted to discuss with you, because there's no one I'd rather sell to than you. Now, I realize that you and Steve are trying to make a success of the ranch, and I'm sure that takes up all your time and probably every penny that you have, but I felt that I owed it to you to give you first refusal.
How much are you asking?
My lawyer thinks $100,000 is a fair price.
Would you take $50,000 cash down?
Gabrielle, you're taking on a big responsibility if you buy Delilah's company. Why don't you take some time to think it over?
No, what's there to think about? I know the company, I know its worth and the profit. That is, if you'll take the $50,000 as a down payment, we can work out the payment for the rest of it, with interest, of course, unless you think your lawyer wouldn't approve.
Well, I'm sure he will, but...
Oh, great. We'll get him to make up the papers as soon as possible.
No, wait a second. Aren't you forgetting someone in all this?
Who?
Steve, your husband. You can't just commit your joint bank account without discussing it with him first.
Oh, actually, this isn't Steve's money. I inherited it from my father, and besides, Steve really would be happy if I was involved in something I love doing. He wouldn't mind.
Okay, I'm convinced. I'll call my lawyer. It's just a formality, though. As far as I'm concerned, we have a deal.
You ran off yesterday before I even had a chance to explain myself.
Your comments were self-explanatory, Mr. Buchanan.
Miss Fletcher, you mistook a simple statement of fact.
No, I'm afraid that my mistake was in ever speaking to you at all.
Congratulations. I tell you, Monroe, after all we've been through with you, all the farmers and I feel like family.
Well, we feel the same way about you, Slim.
I'll tell you something, too. We were considering the proper gift to get your lovely daughter and Cody, and we figure if you want to stake your own homestead, we'd be willing to help you build a house and raise a barn.
If any of you ranchers have half a mind to throw a little muscle in, you're mighty welcome to join us.
That's right.
Man, that is just wonderful, Slim. I don't know what to say, but we're much obliged. You know, since this is such a happy and solemn occasion, and since Deal and Laredo have been run out of town, I think it's about time that the ranchers and the farmers buried the hatchet. I say we ought to put our six-shooters away for good.
That's a good idea.
There you go, Cody. Cody's right. Unstrap your gun belts. Give them to Carson here. I'm not packing them on, Carson.
You are a man of your word, Cody.
Honey, these are for you.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, well, no flower I have ever seen could even compare with how beautiful you look today. And I know I'm about to go up and say my vows. I want you to know I'm always going to keep my word to you. And I'm always going to be doing the best by you and by a little family for all the rest of our days.
I'm not sure, buddy.
Well, how are you going to get back home?
I'll find a way.
Maybe springtime would be a better time to leave.
Don't you fret about it. Today is the day to be happy. Happy for your sister May and Cody. Happy for Blaze and Buck. And happy for the peace that's coming to the valley. So why don't you and me just have a good time today?